Musa was an 18-year-old boy who lived in a small slum, nestled among the crowded tin roofs of a place where hope often seemed as distant as the sky. His life was modest. He spent his days working as a welder, a craft passed down by his father. Despite the harsh realities of his environment, Musa had a dream that burned brightly in his heart: to one day buy a laptop. It was a dream many people in the slum had, a glimpse of the world outside, a way to connect, to learn, to escape. Every coin he earned went into a large, battered saving box tucked away in the corner of his small room. The box was his secret, his path to something better. With every clink of metal, his dream felt closer. Day by day, he watched it fill up, the savings accumulating like a mountain of possibility. The day arrived when the box felt heavy with promise. Musa knew it was time to take the money to the market and buy the laptop. With a sense of hope and excitement, he slung the box over his shoulder and set off toward his workplace, where the world of opportunity awaited him. But the streets of the slum were never safe, and as Musa walked with the heavy box, he became the target of a gang. They saw the box, and with it, they saw easy money. The gang surrounded him, their eyes glinting with greed. Musa had learned a few moves from watching old kung fu movies, and though he was no master, he knew how to defend himself. With a swift motion, he aimed to strike one of the attackers. But the gang was ruthless, and they overpowered him quickly. They beat him down, mocking his attempts at self-defense, until he fell to the ground, the saving box ripped from his grasp. But their cruelty didn't end there. Musa was still alive, breathing shallowly, his body weak. The gang, uninterested in leaving a witness, wrapped him in a sack and tossed his broken body into a nearby rubbish pit, leaving him for dead. The world seemed to close in around him as darkness overtook his senses. Yet fate had other plans for Musa. As he lay in the pit, an old man, someone whom no one paid attention to, a figure who seemed to be nothing more than a madman, came to his aid. The man who had once served in the military had seen many things in his life, including death. He saw potential in Musa, even in his broken state. With his knowledge of combat and his own form of martial arts, he began to treat Musa's wounds, nursing him back to health with the patience of a man who had seen the worst of humanity and still believed in its ability to rise. Weeks passed, and Musa's body slowly healed under the old man's care. The madman, who was far from mad, trained Musa, teaching him the ways of kung fu. Musa grew stronger, not just in body, but in spirit. The training was grueling, but he was determined to survive, to avenge the wrongs done to him, and to continue chasing his dream. With the ex-soldier's teachings, Musa found purpose in every punch, every kick, and every lesson. He was no longer the scared, helpless boy who had been beaten down in the streets. He was becoming something
Musa,
more.
higher!
One fateful night,
Good.
as
Don't
Musa
stop.
meditated under the stars, a flash of light streaked across the sky. A stone, shimmering with ancient power, fell from above, landing beside him. When he touched it, an immense power surged through him, filling his veins with electricity and transforming his body. He could feel the magic flowing within him, granting him extraordinary strength and agility. Musa had been touched by something beyond this world. With his newfound powers, Musa took on a new identity: Captain Uganda. His body became more than just flesh and bone. His shield, a round emblem of strength and unity, was emblazoned with the colors of the Ugandan flag. His spear, a symbol of his newfound purpose, was sharp and precise. With these tools, he vowed to protect the innocent, to fight against injustice, and to save those who were lost.
The energy is
Captain
flowing.
Uganda was born that
Yes,
night, a
you have
hero
done
forged in
well.
the slums, with a shield that carried the weight of a nation's hopes and a spear that would fight for the future. His journey had just begun, and the streets that once held him captive now became his battleground. Musa, the boy who had dreamt of a laptop, was now a man who had become the hero his people needed.